It is time for two straight races at the Iowa Speedway. The first one being the Advanced Auto Parts 325 under the daytime sun. In a few days, we'll be seeing the Ally 300 under the lights here at Iowa. But here we are for the first 49-lap race at Iowa. We'll see who takes victory in the first of the Iowa doubleheader in the final Gatorade Cup Series season. It's points leader Noah Clifton on pole for today's race. Beside him in second, last season's champion Luke Rainey in car number 2. Then in third place we have Baby Ruiz. In fourth, it's Ross McMarola. And rounding out the top 5, we have Jonathan Beeford in the 24. Starting in 6th place, it's Zachary Fitzwater Sr. In 7th, we have Brian Wilson. Then Derek Kimmel starts in 8th. Third in points, Griffin Lynn starts in 9th. And second in points, Jake Galloway completes the top 10. So all 3 of the top 3 in points will start inside the top 10 here today at Iowa. Behind the front, we have Anderson Reed and Jordan Stout. Then we have Riley Spurley, 2 with the 38 of Andrew Miller, who is outside. Then Eli Bright, the 88, and the 53, Jay Rando. Ferret Longwell, a car that looks just like Eli's, Anthony Nez, in that number 48. Then we have Brandon Beal in the 14 and the 13, Diego Yepez, with Chris Jericho in the 18 and the 20 of Max Rossi. Max Anderson, number 12, with Advanced Auto Parts on that car, and Jeff Bright, the 9, who is outside. Then we have Zachary DeLello in the 41, Keegan Thompson, with Jose Mills in the 6, Samet Oskin. Then we have Sebastian Kukulon and TJ Hanley, Code Luigi and Riley Sampson. Then there's Bronson Minnick and the 1 of Justin Zidell, with Keyshawn Richardson and the 95, Conrad Evans. Then there's Laura Chung and Levi Shones, Marshall Burrow and Antonin Charlebois. And in the final row, Malachi Rodriguez in the 3, and car number 11, it is Evan Hunter. There's the 42 car field for 49 laps here at the Iowa Speedway. Let's go to check to fire the cars up for the Advanced Auto Parts 325.
Drivers, start your engine! We're going to go to the back.
"42 cars, firing for 49 laps. It's the points leader on pole, Noah Clifton, looking to extend the points lead. But last season, the champion Luke Rain looking for his first victory of the season in the number 2. He'll start in second, and we'll see who gets the victory lane after 49 laps. The pace car is in. The first of the 2 Iowa doubleheader race is about to get underway. Clifton is on the gas. The green flag in the air. We're underway from Iowa. The battle is on for second place behind Noah Clifton. He comes off turn number 4, trying to lead the first lap of the Advanced Auto Parts 325, and he will. Clifton leads the first lap. Big Ruiz to second, chasing down to turn number 1 as Clifton climbs the banking. Ruiz gets to the inside, and it's a side-by-side battle down the back straightaway for the race lead. The inside lane definitely the preferred line here at Iowa. Ruiz gonna send it in deep, try and carry Clifton up the banking. 37 clears and leads, 3 wide for 4th. Brian Wilson trying to get it over Griffin Lynn on the inside as Lynn beats his nose down there. Buford trying to get to second over Clifton and will do so in turns 1 and 2. Wilson climbs the hill. Luke Rain looks to go to the middle. Down to the inside, number 17, Jordan Stout. It's 3 wide inside the top 5. John Buford looking for the lead on that number 37 of Ruiz. This 3 wide though up inside the top 5. Very close and physical between the 32, the 2, and the 17. The race down to turn 1, still looking to clear the 3 wide out. Up at the front, see Jonathan Beeford in the 24 trying to get out in front and lead this race. Beeford clears, pulls her to Clifton, coming back to second place. Now Beeford leads through 3-4, but climbs the hill, gets way wide. Clifton has a nice run to the inside. It's another side-by-side battle to the start-finish line. Beeford leads lap number 4, but the pole sitter and points sitter Clifton is the inside. He climbs the hill, and here comes Griffin Lynn, 3 wide to the bottom of the 36. Lynn on a long winless drought in the Gatorade Cup Series, looking to end it here at Iowa. He's third in points, going for the lead early on, and he'll lead off turn number 4, but now Buford back to the inside of the 24 for the lead. It's a mad scramble at the front of the field. Now Buford sends it in deep. Ruiz hangs to the yellow line on the inside, and now Ruiz and Buford are side by side for the top spot. This is great stuff in Iowa early on. We have one car, I think, who just came off pit road. That's Chris Jericho in the 18, an issue there. Baby Ruiz, meanwhile, leads this race, and The pole sitter and point sitter is back to the inside. Noah Clifton. He goes up the track, but no one there to take advantage on the bottom. Here comes Riley Spro to 3 wide to the bottom, and the number 8. He's trying to take the lead down the back straightaway. I think he will. Clifton and Ruiz go away up the track. 3 wide for Eli Bright to the inside, the 88. Banging doors for the top spot. Riley Spurley-Tube leads that lap. Now Eli Bright to the inside, the Ally colors. He's our teammate Buford and Ruiz up top. As Spurley-Tube clears and leads, Eli Bright is low for the top spot now down the back straightaway. Spurley-Tube might be able to get down right there in front of Eli. Buford carries Clifton up the track. Now Clifton's up top 3 wide. Riley Spurley-Tube clears. They're still side by side for second as the 2 teammates of Eli Bright and Jonathan Buford in the 24. Spurley-Tube way up the track. Eli way down to the inside, and car number 88 will get a nose out front down the back straightaway to turns 3 and 4. Come back to 40 laps to go in the Advanced Auto Parts 325. Derek Hamill shot down low but gets tight. Had to lift, and Eli Bright clears and leads in that Ally Chevrolet. Hamill for second. Wilson is down to the inside as the pack starts to scatter just a little bit as they race through 1 and 2. And Hamill for the lead on Eli Bright down the back straightaway. I'm trying to see Chris Jericho is currently 2 laps down. So obviously had an issue, came down pit road, but is now after 2 laps down. Really just hoping now at this point in the race, not going to be able to cover from that. Just need to hope that cars retire from crashes and that he can possibly gain some spots from some DNFs. Hamill clears, he's out in front. Luke Ridney back up into the top 5. Brian Wilson back up to second in that number 32. Then it's Luke and Lynn on the inside with Fitzwater also moving forward in that number 51. Luke carrying Spurgeon up the track. The 8 up near the wall has to lift, and now Luke has hands full because Griffin Lynn gets the inside the 36. And for the lead, we have Wilson low on Hamill. This is great stuff, and we're not even halfway done with the Advanced Auto Parts 325. Brian Wilson trying to clear and lead. Hamill's up top. The 32 not quite clear. Now he is clear off turn number 4. Wilson clears to lead. Now Derek Hamill has his hands full with Eli Bright in second. Griffin Lynn up to 4th, and Fitzwater up into the top 5 for the first time today. Now Wilson climbs the banking, and Eli Bright's to the inside, the 88 for the top spot. Eli Bright going to send it in deep on the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Griffin Lynn stays lower down on that yellow line on the inside of the racetrack. Eli's going to clear and lead this lap, but Lynn right behind him pressuring into turn number 1. Eli goes wide. Wilson gets a run up top. Lynn's trying to look bottom in the 36. He gets a nose under the 88. We'll see if he gets the drive down the straightaway. Eli is close to clearing, but Lynn kept his nose down there the whole way through. Now they're side by side. 2 champions go at it, and Griffin Lynn led that lap in the 36 by a nose. And now he'll lead into turn 1 on lap number 15. Lynn is the new race leader. Fitzwater up to 3rd by Ryan Wilson. Ross Marola moving forward. Baby Ruiz is coming back. Clifton just in front of Hanley. Buford's falling back to 12th. Longwell's coming up with Andrew Miller. Riley Sampson on the outside. Max Ayrson not too far back in the number 12 with the Advanced Auto Parts sponsor on the hood. Lynn climbs the hill. Now Fitzwater moves low in the 51, trying to lead his first lap of the afternoon. Side by side through 3 and 4. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. comes out on top in the 51, but Lynn also clear in second. Have a run back at the 51 in turns 1 and 2. We'll see as Fitzwater enter a little bit more shallow than the 36. Got a little bit of a better arc. He's right to the back bumper of the 51, trying to maybe loosen him up, but can't get to the inside quite yet. Yeah, but he's right there. Oh, Mick Marola sent it in deep right into Lynn. Ruiz and Eli Bright right behind them. Great battle for second place between Lynn and Mick Marola. Great battle for 4th between Ruiz and Eli Bright. The insides could prevail in all those battles. Look at the 37 hugging that yellow line down the 3 wide for second place. It's oh so close to contact being made. Down to 3 and 4. The 10 climbing the hill with Lynn to his outside. That's some contact, and they're both in the wall. Eli Bright trying to get low to get by and will, but the 36 and the 10 got the outside wall. Heavy damage to the 36 and the 10, but we keep it green for now. But definitely Lynn not going to be too happy with the 10 in that. And allowed 2 cars to get away, Fitzwater and Ruiz. Ruiz now diving in deep on Fitzwater, trying to get the lead and get away from the cars behind. 30 laps to go in the Advanced Auto Parts 325. Ruiz and Fitzwater get away. They're 1st and 2nd. 3rd place is Spurley-Tube. 4th is Hamill. 5th is Luke. And a yellow is out. It was the 13 and the 95 that have crashed. It looks like that's in turn number 1. Conrad Evans and Diego Yepes. And the battle back to the line between Ruiz and Fitzwater. Baby Ruiz by a nose leads lap number 20 and the first yellow flag. What a great first run for this race. And my goodness, if the second half is anything like this first half has been, this is going to be a chaotic end to the first of the two doubleheader races here at Iowa. Baby Ruiz leads on their first yellow. We'll see what happened to Conrad Evans, the winner of the last race. In the 13, Vipez, heavy damage to the 13. His day might be done. This was really a case of cars checking up in front and one driver not getting the memo in time. This was right after we saw two of the top runners get into the wall, Griffin Lynn and Ross McMarola. Conrad Evans and the rest of the field behind. I think there's a stack up caused by it. They start checking up. You'll see Evans right here start to get on the binders to make sure it doesn't hit the cars in front, but yet Pez does not notice that and runs right just smack into the back of Conrad Evans, sending them both hard into the outside safer barrier. Luckily, no one else involved in this, but the caution flag is out. Oh, code Luigi did clip Conrad Evans right there at the end. So in all, 3 cars get damaged from this, and it was really just, I think, Pez not realizing what was happening in front. Those cars got into the wall, it caused a little bit of a stack up in the pack, and Evans just got run over by Yepez. Really nothing anyone could do besides Yepez in that regard. And unfortunately for Luigi, he definitely did get some pretty heavy right side damage and all that. But luckily he was able to keep it going straight and should stay in the race and stay up to pace. So Jericho stays 2 laps down. Baby Ruiz clears and leads Zach Fitzwater Sr. under the first yellow flag in the Advanced Auto Parts 325 at the Iowa Speedway. Coming back to the green flag right around the midpoint here at Iowa. We'll restart 24 laps complete. It'll be 25 laps to go. Baby Ruiz leads over Zach Fitzwater Sr. Chris Jericho is still 2 laps down. And the 13th, Jacob Pez fell lap time repairing damage, but is still out there in 41st. Conrad Evans also out there in 40th, but stayed on the lead lap in the number 95. So it's Ruiz leading the way with Fitzwater in 2nd. Derek Hamill's 3rd. Riley Springfield is 4th. 5th is now Luke Rainey. Wilson is 6th. Eli Bright 7th. Hanley 8th. Lynn with that damage is 9th. And Mick Morrow with his damage rounds out the top 10. We'll see how this restart goes for the front runners. Remember, the front 2 had left the pack before this restart and yellow flag, but this time they leave on the restart. Back green. Hamill can't get going to 15. The front 2 get away. It's Ruiz and Fitzwater leading to turn 1. 37 climbs up the hill, and here comes Fitzwater to the inside for the lead. Down the back straightaway, they're side by side. Fitzwater on the inside. Outside is Ruiz. They climb the hill. Fitzwater running, Ruiz out of room. They're in the wall. Fitzwater ran the 37 to the wall. Ruiz cannot like that for the 51 at all. The 51 gets away and leads Ruiz in 2nd, but if he hunts him down, you can definitely expect some more contact between those two. He wants to clear Riley right here for 2nd place. Doesn't want the 8 to get up there and ruin the 37's day, but I think Riley's going to get there for 2nd place. And he will. Luke Rennie going for 4th on Hamill. Ryan Wilson trying to come through in the 32 with them. As Riley Spurgeon tries to get to 2nd to be the one to catch Zach Fitzwater Sr. in the 51. So they race through 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. The 8 is now clear, the 37 racing off into turn 3. See how the 8 sent it in. Oh, Luke got hit and into the wall with Ruiz. They're up in the outside safer barrier. Luke Rennie, last season's champion, is out of it. Yellow flag is out. Oh my, I think there was some contact with the 15 and the 2. And Luke Rainey's chances how to win at Iowa have just gone out the window. There was contact, and the 15 and the 2 up into the 37, and Luke Rainey the worst of it, but Ruiz not so good and unfortunate either. Look at the damage. He'll be coming down the pit lane, and that is going to be a day ruiner for Ruiz as well. Just like, you know, he was only in that position because he got walled by Fitzwater. Now here he's on pit road with a lot of damage. Caution flag is out. Ruiz and Luke Rainey, the 2 that get the most damage. Let's go see what happened. I will be interested to see what happens in this one. The battle for 3rd place, Baby Ruiz, Luke Rainey, and Derek Hamill. Luke is trying to clear Derek Hamill for 4th. Ruiz in 3rd is just trying to get in line after getting passed by Riley Spurtube. Luke maybe a little overzealous getting into the corner. I think, yes, goes up the hill right into Hamill. They get collected, and nowhere for Baby Ruiz to go. Hard to the wall. He drives away. Luke Rennie spins around and definitely gets to the worst of it, but the 37 and the 2 both are going to be out of the running for the win, and both had such strong cars in the first half of this race. That is such an unfortunate break for both drivers. And have to feel really bad for Ruiz. Obviously, he was only in that position because he and the 51 made contact off turn 4, you know, what was it, the lap prior. And now he just kind of gets collected in a wreck which had none of his business at all. And we have more cars damaged that are going to be at the back of the field. Well, Fitzwater got with what he did to the 37, and now he's a restart to deal with, and some hungry drivers behind him. Can Fitzwater make it all 4 Rick Ware cars to win this season? We'll find out in the final 19 laps here at the Iowa Speedway. We will restart this race at Iowa with 18 laps to go. Zach Fitzwater Sr. on point, but with how he raced the 37 and roughed him up, will some of these drivers get the memo and do the same thing to him? We're going to find out over these final 18 laps. No cars out, still 40 on the lead. That the 37 and the 2 did come down to repair some damage, but they stayed on the lead lap doing it. At least there's 38 clean cars up in the pack. So it's Fitzwater leading, Riley Sprinter second, Ryan Wilson in third, Eli Bright trying to carry Hendrick to a good result this season. He's in fourth, and TJ Lee quietly up to fifth. Then you have Hamill, was involved in that last one. He's sixth. Lynn with his damage is seventh. McMurrow with his damage is eighth. Longwell and Beeford are also up inside the top 10. Back green, good restart for everyone. They stayed right with Fitzwater to turn 1, and the 8 looking a little bit lower than the 51 through 1 and 2. Trying to get there, so close, but can't quite. Down the back straightaway, Wilson looking low for second. Fitzwater, be careful, could get caught up top 3 wide right here. The 8 gets to the inside, the 32 right there, could make it 3 down low. Hanley to 4th by Eli, Hamill for 5th on Eli. The 8 climbs the hill with the 51 up top. Riley Spurgeon clears and leads off Fitzwater, but now he has to worry about Ryan Wilson to the inside the 32 down the back straightaway. Wilson sends them right to the 8. They make contact for the lead, they climb the hill, and Hanley's down low 3-1. They're still making contact between the 32 and the 8. Hanley low leads that lap with Eli Bright to the inside 3-1 as well. Hanley now climbs it a little bit, but the 32 and the 8 definitely can't be up with each other. Wilson right to Spurgeon in that corner. There are some tempers flaring here at Iowa. Hamill low 3-1 on Fitzwater and Spurley too. Hanley leaves the field behind the 22. Great run for Hanley through all that. Now Eli Bright's finally cleared second. Can he run the 22 down? Hamill trying to get to third in the 15. Eli climbed the hill. This can be out for second behind TJ. Loves seeing that. He knows that Iowa, if you get a big lead, it's going to be hard to catch. Unless he makes a mistake, obviously. Eli way up the track. Ryan Wilson to the inside, makes contact. The 8-8 sideways into Fitzwater. They're all on the wall for the top 5. And it's a massive crash on the front straightaway. Richardson pancakes into the outside wall. Griffin Lynn, the 16, the 8, and the 8. A lot of cars involved on the front straightaway. The yellow is out again. Look at all the damage. Ruiz and Yepes got more. The leaders are racing back. This is not good. They need to really be careful here. Hanley trying to get out. Ooh, I think he barely made it. Longwell got damage. Jonathan Buford got damage. Kukulan into it. Oh. And Griffin then got more off the 10. See, Noel Clifton already had a lot of damage. Smet Oskin should be just slow to get around here as the field tries to catch where they were. See a lot of the drivers trying to get away here finally as they kind of found out. But there's, I think Hernandez has to get around the 9. The 14 has to get around the 9. So they have to let Beal go. Then they have to let the 48 go. And obviously all while doing that, some cars got damaged. So it's a very big mix-up under this caution flag. And hopefully Beal and some of the others can find a way through without kind of compromising anyone else's race. So it's the 3rd yellow, and it happened up inside the top 5. Let's go see what happened. It's the 3rd caution. That was a very, very massive crash. Racing for 3rd place, and a lot of the top 5, top 6 get involved in this one. Eli Brand, the 88, up top. Ryan Wilson in the middle. Fitzwater and Lynn are down low. Wilson gets up too high right into the core panel, the 88, spinning him down into Fitzwater. 32 down to the 36, up into the wall for Eli, Lynn, and Wilson. And it's on from there. The 10 of McMurrow gets hit. Lynn sideways, gets into the 16 Riley Sampson. This could be a tremendous impact for Sampson. He gets into the inside wall, right up into Eli Bright. Hard hit for those two, and then right into it for the 8 of Riley Spurgeon as he clips the 16 right into the 88 of Eli Bright. Nowhere to go, but there was a lot more happening behind with the 36 and some of the others as Griffin Lynn was involved in the big win. This with Ryan Wilson. There they go into the outside wall. Wilson's running around with Griffin Lynn. He tries to get away. Lynn does right there. There's some of the more hits like Keyshawn Richardson, the 38, Andrew Miller got into it. Wilson is right here in the middle of the racetrack. Noah Clifton, the points leader. There's Richardson, Andrew Miller. Osgood drove away with minimal damage. A lot of cars at the back came flying in and stacked up. I mean, this was actual chaos here at Iowa. Let's take a look once again. The 32 and some of the others up at the front. This was inside the top 5. That's why it was such a big crash. Here you can see up in front too, the 16 with the 88 and the 8. This was the camera angle that caught really everything in it. A lot of cars involved, and it wasn't done. As we raced back around to the yellow, the leaders were trying. I think the front few got away. I think the front 3 got away, but Longwell in 4th is going to be, I think, the first to hit, and it's going to collect some others. Here's the 62, hits the 51, the 24 and the 1, but the 24 has bad damage. The 1 not too bad. The 12 misses. Kukulon's going to come and hit the 12. He gets pretty heavy damage. Stout gets high. The 10's going to get hit by the 36. Remember, those 2 were involved earlier in the race. Clifton comes in. He doesn't really hit, so yeah, there are some cars that didn't get much damage. They have a lot of it now because of what happened. TJ Henley, the race leader in the 22, is going to race back to the green flag this time by Iowa. Will restart with 9 to go. We're going to have some cars out from that one, including the 43, the 16, the 88, 38, 8, 42, and 37. 13 now 2 laps down. The 18 has gained some spots off that. Ryan Wilson now lap down. 32 cars on the lead lap. TJ Henley leads over the 15 to Hamill. Damaged car Fitzwater. Damaged car the 62, the 1, the 12, 17, 10, 00 line. Damaged cars up inside the top 15 or so. We're back green at Iowa. And a nice jump for Hanley, but not too good because Hamill's still there into turn 1. Hanley knows if he could just keep that car going straight, not make too many mistakes, this could be a race between he and Derek Hamels. The 15 is looking on that number 22. Also, don't count out the 1 because here he comes up bottom, the 1 of Zidell. I don't think he got much damage. The 51 doesn't really have much damage as well. He's still in it. Hanley climbs the hill. Here comes Hamill for the lead through 1 and 2. Derek Hamill takes it down the back straightaway. Hamill trying to clear Hanley. Slides up the hill. Can't quite clear him yet, and now he is clear. The 15 leads the Advanced Auto Parts 325 with just 7 laps to go. Hanley now going to look to come back at him. Got a better 1 and 2 than the 15. Great run off 2. Right to the back bumper. They battle for 4th. 3 cars to get away. Hanley sends him. Gives a bump to the 15 to Hamill. Up the hill for the 15. TJ Hanley for the lead at Iowa. Coming back to 6 to go. They're side by side again. The 22 leads the lap now. Hanley now leads. Hamill the 1 in 2nd. Fitzwater looking in 3rd in case the front 2 hit, and he can try and win the race. Jordan Stout's up to 4th in case the front 3 tangle. Hanley leads into turn 3, but slides up the banking. Here comes Hamill to the inside, digging hard, and he's there to the 22. Hanley a really bad 3 and 4. Yellow flag, but at 5 to go. They're hitting on the front stretch. I think that's 19 to 6. And it was Galloway and Osgood. Great save, but lost him a lot of track position. We stay green. Hamill slide jobs Hanley, who gets back to the inside, makes contact with the 15, and he's going to spin Hamill around. Hanley spins Hamill, and Fitzwater gets through. Did the yellow come out? Are they racing back? They're racing back around to the yellow. This is for the win at Iowa. Fitzwater and Hanley to turn 3 and 4. Hanley's going to try to get there. He's right to the inside. Fitzwater in a drag race to the yellow. Fitzwater is going to win at Iowa. Well, I think Derek Hamill is not going to be the biggest TJ Hanley fan. Got Max Anderson involved as well in the 12. I don't know if he hit the 15 or if there was some other incident, but Max Anderson is all torn up and he's done. Oh, Evans just right under the yellow trying to get around the pace car. Right in front of our leaders. A very dangerous scenario right there for Evans. That was not too smart on his part, whatever that was. Derek Hamill, I mean, he kept it going in 4th, so obviously whatever happened at the 12 was something else, because Hamill doesn't have any more damage. As the field tries to get back going, we don't know who is 5th and scored where, but there are some cars with more damage than they had originally. obviously this was a very, very chaotic Iowa race. As the field tries to get caught back up, it's going to be Fitzwater in victory lane. That number 51 had damage to the rear end because of, getting hit under that third yellow. Had damage on the left side, had damage on the right side. It's not going to come without incident of the 51. He obviously, remember, put Ruiz into the wall earlier on in the race. He got, a little physical with some others, but definitely the biggest controversy is going to be TJ Hanley and Derek Hamill, as it looked like Hamill did a slide job on TJ Hanley. I don't know if TJ took exception to what happened or didn't mean to, but got to the 15. Hamill never let off and spun around, and unfortunately for Hanley, Fitzwater was close enough to take advantage and get by and beat him back around by half a car length at the at the caution flag. But yeah, Derek is not going to be the friendliest with TJ after this one. As some of these drivers, like Jake Gow we didn't mention today, Burrow we didn't mention, Oskin, Jay Brando, they came out with top 10s. I mean, Evan Hunter didn't start well. He comes out with a good result. So yeah, this was a crazy one. Gotta say that. These cars are still trying to get caught up. Fitzwater's pacing down the back straight. As long as nothing happens to the car, he's gonna become the fourth and final Rick Ware driver to win a race this season. It's going to be all four of the Rick Ware racing cars in victory lane within the first, 11 races of the Gatorade Cup Series final season. They've been on fire this season. Fitzwater, the only one without a victory so far this season, but here he is, claiming victory in Iowa. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. is the winner of the Advanced Auto Parts 325 in the first Iowa race of the season. Goes to the 51. Great result for Fitzwater with that damage, but the perseverance pays off. Let's see what happened to TJ Hanley, Derek Hamill, and then what happened to the 12 of Max Harrison to get all that damage. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of turn number 3, the start of turn number 3. Hamilton, the inside of TJ, is going to try and clear him and sends them a lot deeper they need to. Does a slide job right here, but does it a little bit too much. TJ backs off, knowing what's happening, gets a run to the inside, but gets very close to the 15, gets into him, and right here, never really lets off. The 15's getting spun, and he just stays in the gas, spinning the 15 around. No yellow until the front two of the 22 and the 51 cross the line. That is why the yellow never comes out. And now right here, the 17, the 12 make contact, and Anderson hard into the wall with the 17 and a Stout. And I think Stout was lucky he had taken the yellow, because he would have lost all those spots if the yellow had not come out. So obviously very unfortunate for Anderson and Stout, who had made it back inside the top 5, both of them. But now, obviously the 17 ended with a damaged car, and the 12 ended up not in the position he should have been in. But right here, this is going to be something they're going to be talking about for a while. For the lead and the win. Not going to be too many TJ Hanley fans, I don't think, after that one. And the front two finishers, really. I know Ruiz isn't going to be happy with Fitzwater. We know Hanley's going to have a little bit of some beef with the 15, Derek Campbell. So, yeah, go watch out for the next Iowa race. The Ally 300, because that's going to be a crazy one for sure. Fitzwater, though, reigns supreme in this Iowa race in the Gatorade Cup Series. Let's go see the finish results. Here's how they finished in a very chaotic Iowa race, the Advanced Auto Parts 325. 4 caution flags for 15 laps. Most of them happened in the final half of the race. 18 lead changes, 10 different drivers saw the lead here today in Iowa. And the 2 to lead the most laps finished 1-2. Fitzwater leads the most laps and wins from 6th starting spot, leading 15 of the 49 laps. TJ led 11 of the 49 laps, but ends up in 2nd. Without controversy on that number 22. Justin Zidell all the way from 33rd gets to 3rd. Derek Hamill ends up in 4th after getting spun from the lead to bring out the final yellow. And Jordan Stout a top 5 for the 17. Longwell, Galway, 2nd in points and oh so close to taking over the points lead. 7th place for Jake. Burrow in 8th, Oskin in 9th, and Jay Randall completes the top 10 in the number 53. DeLello ends up in 11th. Hunter in 12th from last on the grid. Anson Traubois in 13th. Levi Schoens, Bronson Minnick complete the top 15. Points leader in pole zero, Noah Clifton got a lot of damage on that double zero, but persevered to get a 17th place finish and able to just keep the points lead by a couple of points. So while it could have been a lot better for Clifton without that damage, definitely damage limitation after getting that damage. 24 cars finished on the lead lap. Kodowichi, the last of them in the 54. A lot of cars one lap down, including the 3, 41, 24, 2, and 20, along with the 95. And then 2 laps down for Wilson. Jericho, who obviously had issues early on, having to pit for maybe a loose wheel or a flat tire. The 18 persevered, never really gave up, and did gain about 10 spots off of just staying out of trouble. So for Chris Jericho, while he never really had a shot here today at Iowa because of his early issues, definitely could have been a lot worse for the 18 if those yellows didn't start coming. Max Harrison out, will get 33rd. Yepes and Lynn also finished multiple laps down. The cars out. Ruiz, Spurley Tube, Miller, Eli Bright, Samson Kukulan, and the 43 of Keyshawn Richardson. Let's now go see the points after Iowa. Here are how the points look 11 races into the season. Noah Clifton stays on top in the 00, but it's now only by 2 points over Jake Galloway, who is oh so close to taking that points lead back. Jay Reno is now solidified in 3rd. Hanley is now 4th, and Aaron Reed rounds at the top 5. Derek Kimmel is now 6th. Zach Fitzroy Sr.'s first win of the season moves up to 7th. Think about in 11 races, all 4 Rick Ware cars have gone to victory lane. It's just been that type of season for them so far. Griffin now down to 8th, Luke Gray down to 9th, and Marshborough up inside the top 10 in the 21. Kodowichi, Brandon Beal are the 2 wildcard spots in 11th and 12th in points. Code with his 2 wins. Beal with his 1 win. DeLello with his win is down 17th in points, but gained a lot here today to get back up inside the top 20 and get closer to wildcard spot. And if Code could bump his way in the next Iowa race, then DeLello will be the 2nd wildcard spot, assuming no one else outside the top 10 in points wins a race. Evans down to 21st with his bad day. Obviously his win at Kansas, but now he fell down just a few. Longnose up to 24th. Had a good day here today at Iowa. Kukulan fell down to 38th with his bad day, finishing down in the bottom of the finish results here at Iowa. It's not a good day for Kukulan and not good for his chances at a wild card spot, because remember, he needs to be top 20 in points. And at the moment for Kukulan, it's almost looking like his way into the chase. It's going to be trying to get that win in the All-Star race unless he can find some consistency in the second half of this regular season. See down at the bottom, the Maxes, Max Aronson, Max Rossi, have not had the seasons to compete so far for the Gatorade Cup Series Championship. Well, the first of this doubleheader at Iowa has been a special race, and we'll look forward to the next race because it might be just as good. Under the lights, we'll go racing at Iowa in the Ally 300. I'll see you guys then.